really good players. I think they're leading the pack, both of them, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, glad to have you back, Aditya. And yeah, we got Dave Wiegand, who's 9-1, first place, and Geoff Thevenot right behind him at 8-2. So two of the top players in the field going head to head. Oh, and they're starting now. Let's get into it. Okay. No time to waste. Dave has a rack that is a little bit blurry on our screen. I'm trying to figure out what he's got.
Yeah, I think he's got upvote with the C.
Cup vote. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so with a rack of cup vote, it looks like upvote is pretty clearly the best play, and that is indeed what Dave Wiegand is going to play. And we're off with a score of 28-0 in Dave's favor, and I think the scoreboard is going to update automatically as soon as I hit save. Does it work? We'll find out soon. Something just crashed on us? I'm not sure. Okay, it works. Good. All right, so 28-0 Dave, and it looks like we got a pretty blah rack for Geoff Thevenot, a bunch of O's and L's and stuff. What do we see with this? If he wants to just kind of make a longer word and kind of blow up this rack, he can play dollop. It's only 18 points, but it kind of gets rid of all the O's and L's.
Someone points out almost lollipop. That would have been wonderful with this rack.
Oh my gosh, is it Dolly Pop? Or no, you need more. It's like lollydop. Yeah. I wonder if we can make this window bigger so we can see the tiles better. I don't know.
No, I'm bringing back
Bring it back to Twitch.
Yeah.
All right.
too laggy.
Oh, sad. Okay. We're going to fix our technical difficulties and whatnot, and we will hopefully be able to see the chat. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. Cool. So Lollop is indeed played. That is a 16-point play, and back to Dave. Well, that was a short-lived effort to switch our chat window out.
Yeah.
All right.
We use both.
So Dave's got some heavy scoring consonants here, the B and the C and the W and the Y. What to be done? Looks like one option is playing Viewy from the V and upvote. Be a nice way to get rid of the clunkiest of the consonants and score 28. There's also shorter words like U and way, Y-E-W and W-E-Y. There are options here. Dave Wiegand in first place in the entire tournament. He is really just cleaning up, 9-1. I believe Winter, the only player to take him down so far. He has 9 in Winter.
9 in Winter.
And we've already seen him a little bit on board one this morning. He had a great game against Evan Borowski that he pulled out. You saw him against Geoff actually yesterday. This is a rematch of a table one game from yesterday between Dave and Geoff, where Geoff managed a measly 299 against Dave the first time. I talked to Geoff at lunch, and he said his goal was to break 300 against Dave on the second try. So he's already on his way. First 16 points in the bag. All right, Viewy does indeed come down from Dave, making it 56-16. And I think Dave Wiegand has clappers.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Think you'll find that?
Unfortunately, no Scrabble because he yells in the wrong place, but clappers is the next best thing. Wonder if Geoff's plays are likely to block clappers from happening. You got to block 2 different L's, so it's pretty hard to do.
I think he's going to go for score and do well with that. Yeah, Koji is quite good for that.
Yeah, Koji in the bottom left forming KY would be 50 points. It's by far the highest scoring option. I shouldn't say by far. There's other high scoring options, but it's the best. And he does indeed play it, and here comes clappers, I bet. He's already got it lined up, ready to go.
Yeah. Chris Donates a lot, says when you get that racket 9-1, you gotta feel good about winning. Yeah, you definitely feel pretty good about your chances after that, I would say.
I'm just wondering, what is Dave waiting for? It seems like an insta play.
Bicarbs. Nice.
And we're going to see the other L used as well the next turn.
Oh, yeah, dialyzer. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Clabbers.
Geoff gives him a nod there, like, okay. That's pretty impressive. All right, so Dave goes ahead by a bingo early in this one. Just getting that score updated for you. It should be 142 to 66. There it is. Okay. A little bit of a lag on the Quackle laptop there, so we're trying to get the scores updated as fast as possible. But Dave with the one bingo advantage that I think Geoff is about to erase with a bingo of his own. You can play dialyzer through either one of the L's. You're going to score either 92 points or 93. So take your pick. You're going to do pretty awesome either way.
Yeah.
It's crazy that there's 3 L's open and both players draw bingos that go through an L only. Actually, I guess not an L only in Dave's case, because Cabbers plus an I is scabbier, and also crabbers and scrabbed. So a few words possible with Dave's 7-letter rack, but Clabber's the best play on this board by a mile. No doubt about that.
So out of the 2 dialyzer plays, I actually prefer the one up top, the one that scores 1 point less, for a multitude of reasons. Like it obscures or rather makes the use of the double letter score tougher. Both 2 double letter scores, in fact, one on both of them on the 4th row. So I think I like that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you put the D 2 squares away from the double letter score, it's easier to have a word with a pattern of like consonant, vowel, D.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're less likely to get scored on after the higher up there dialyzer. I can do a quick sim and Quackle and verify that it's better, but I bet it is. Oh, it's extremely close. They're just both equally great plays. Yeah, evaluation of, pretty much identical.
What about take a look to see what the average score response is on both of them? Just curious if
Yeah,
they're different.
They're not very different. Your opponent's going to score a ton either way, 53 or 55. I guess it's just a pretty open board all around. You know, there's that E in Clabbers right next to the triple. There's obviously the triple lane with the I. This is going to be a wide open board, and of course, these are 2 great players in terms of word knowledge and word finding. So open boards with them are pretty entertaining to watch. I would say if you're talking about best word knowledge in America, these might be the 2 best. Just not even just 7s and 8s, but like 9-letter words, 10, 11-letter words. These guys are just walking dictionaries. So seeing the 2 of them on an open board is a lot of fun. And Geoff's just drawn a blank. Not sure what Geoff has, but it could be something. Oh, Ultimata, nice find right away by Sidewinder in the chat. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it's blocked by Fount.
And Fanta is not the. I'm thinking of the soft drink, Fanta. No Fanta, none of that.
Yeah. There is a ridiculous bingo available to Geoff that he actually might know. There is a twice disconnected 10 through the E, R, and E. If anybody can spot that one, good luck to you.
Seth Lipkin says, in quotes, if you're designing a word game, remember that Dave Wiegand exists.
I remember that. Yeah, John was designing a game, like basically a jumble time clone where you anagram words, and he put all the links of words up to 7, 8, and 9. And then he was like, I remember you need to have words longer than 9, 10, 11, and 12 because of Dave Wiegand existing.
Lewis McKay guessed tetrametal correctly. Very actually, no, hang on.
Extremely close. It is like tetrametal, but change the blank. It is not a T. It is tetra M-E blank A-L. What's the letter? The answer is tetrameral. Yeah, there you go.
Got it. Very nice.
So good luck finding that. It's not even the best play. Like stomatal is the actual best bingo here.
Yeah, which GT Man has put in. Very good.
Yeah, but tetrameral is the insane play here. This is definitely one of those slow down and take your time racks. Not easy to just go through all the possible permutations of not only what could the blank be, but what spot on the board am I playing a bingo in? I mean, there's just so many places to go. There's that open triple. There's just all sorts of things you can overlap. There's just bingos everywhere. It turns out there are only two possible. It's only stomatal and tetrameral, but good luck knowing that as a human who's got to permute through all of this.
I think someone pointed out Mulata as well. I think that would also play. Yeah, someone pointed out Mulata in chat.
I believe was deleted from the dictionary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't gone through those words.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones where it's like, I actually know what it means. So yeah, I can see that being deleted.
No, I just checked the dictionary we're using, the Collins 2021, and it's definitely not valid. So.
All right. Okay. So I assume mulatto is also taken out.
Yeah.
They are both the same.
All right.
One is male, one is female, but yeah, they're both the same.
It's also interesting that the D triple is going to be open for the third turn now, and it's not going to be taken most likely.
So we're discussing among the directors what matchup to put on stream next round. There are a lot of good candidates. Maybe I should share them with chat and see what chat thinks.
Ooh.
So
I'll vote.
Yeah,
I'll type.
All right, I'll just read them off. Table one, or I shouldn't say table one. Matchup one, Dave Wiegand, David Whitley. That's one option. Evan Borowski, David Webb. David Eldar, Geoff Thevenot. Austin versus Conrad. And Puneet Sharma, Chris Lipe. And I'll just note that Puneet has won 4 in a row and is now in 12th place. So that's a possibility. So I'll just put those 5 out there and y'all can discuss these candidate games. I've been teasing Puneet all week about how we're going to put him on stream and embarrass him. So I would love to make that come true, but I'll leave it up to you. I don't want to put my thumb on the scale too much. All right, a lot of votes for 4. I mean, yeah, it's Austin and Conrad. I can't go wrong with that. A lot of votes for 4. All right. Sounds pretty conclusive.
It's looking pretty early.
A lot of 4s in chat. Okay.
Okay.
Looks like no bingo here. Okay. Tough words, not just tetrameral, but also stomatal. Obviously, tetrameral is hard. All right, so it's 188, 173, a very close game here.
Geoff has got meta tag, as is immediately pointed out. Very nice. I come from that time where meta tags were actually important when making websites, not so much anymore.
Tagmata is also pointed out. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on here? Dave Wiegand is looking at a kind of
Oh.
awkward rack, right? A bunch of V's and stuff.
Looks
Oh,
like
he's
played
playing Vogie,
Vogie.
keeping ice. Okay.
And now we're back to Geoff with that lovely rack.
Comes down straight away.
Nice.
It's going to be Metatag.
You love to see it.
Yeah, nice play. That is slightly better than the other options. There's also Tagmata and Stigmata, but yeah, Metatag is the only 67-point bingo. A couple of points better than the other options. Very nice.
For any of our coders or programmers out there, I have literally not done website-related stuff in over a decade because that was one of my previous career paths. Metatags were quite important back when I was finishing IT school, but it's probably more about SEM now, isn't it? Search engine, or am I thinking of the right acronym here? Anyway, one of you can correct me, but metatags probably don't mean so much anymore. SEO, yeah, there you go. Search engine optimization. That's the one. That's probably more important now.
I was just looking at the standings to see who we haven't shown yet on table 1. All of the top 6 players we've seen a lot, like Wiegand, Thevenot, Webb, Eldar, etc. We have not yet watched Marlon Prudencio or David Whitley or Samuel Kasaga or Puneet. So
That's true.
those are some players we'll keep an eye out for, and if there's a fun matchup involving any of them this afternoon. Oh, and Will Anderson. Yeah, good call, Muffin. Yeah, I didn't even think about Will. He's a little bit farther down the standings, I believe.
I think he's had a rough go.
Yeah, he's 4 and 6. Yeah. There's some good players that are 4 and 6. Pete Armstrong's 4 and 6. Joel Wapnick is 4 and 6. Moyes is 4 and 6. It's just, this is a really tough field for everybody. But yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for new player, lots of promise. Yeah, there you go. Will is very promising. I agree.
Suggestion of perhaps Gopher from Dave Wiegand.
So Dave's down by 25 here. Definitely still anybody's game. I wouldn't really say he's behind. I mean, he's got basically just a tempo to catch up here. He's got Fog Rice as a rack. Okay, so Gopher looks pretty strong. You guys were right about that. There's also the possibility of Forgo into the O and Vogie at the bottom there. That's a 36-point play. Pretty similar equity-wise anyway to Gopher. Are you making up? I thought we already finished this poll.
Oh, did we decide that it was concluded?
I mean, there were so many 4s in chat that I kind of figured we were we were all set. But,
okay, sure.
I mean, if you wanted to formalize
No,
it,
that's fine. Yeah. Should we address that on the stream?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't hide anything about it.
No, I mean, the players in the playing room are already
Okay.
aware of it. Yeah.
So just to clarify in the chat, someone has mentioned Logan as an Adam. Logan's result seems wrong. He was public about this, so we're not sharing anything new. Unfortunately, Adam Logan tested positive for COVID, so he is isolating in his room and will no longer be playing in the event.
Yeah, really unfortunate. He's a great player. It was really a pleasure to have him for the first day, but yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to make it for the rest of the event. Anyway, so what just happened? Oh, Gopher did come down. All right, so Gopher was played by Dave. We got ourselves a fairly even game here with Dave ahead by 12 points.
Yeah, and he looked perfectly fine, perfectly healthy, normal yesterday, Jeremy. So I'm assuming it was just very sudden.
Yeah,
in this case, all the standard protocols we went through in the playing room as far as a reminder about masks and the importance of them, and for those who have tests to do the tests, and just the usual precautions, which I think we're all used to varying degrees at this point in time.
Yeah, and I talked to Adam a little bit remotely, of course, and he said that he's been very thorough all day about masking and hand washing and everything. He's doing everything he can to stay safe, and as far as we know, everybody else is fine. It's just Adam caught the virus and isolated right away, and we're hoping everybody else is going to be all right. All right, so Geoff Thevenot's got 3 Ds and a W, all sorts of fun stuff. By far, his highest scoring play available is SWAD, SWAD, making dialyzers. That's 43 points. Hard to pass up 43 points, especially when it keeps that one vowel. Honestly, DDEN is one of the better leaps you can hope for here.
How do you like something like WADD right there? I
Oh,
think
yeah.
DENS is really good on this. Probably, I don't know if it's around 20 points better, but yeah, I prefer WADD over.
It's a lot of points to give up. I totally get how synergic it is to keep the S. That's a lot of points, though.
Yeah, do we think that DENS is 19 points better than DEND? It's better, but 19's a lot. I'm guessing those are the options Geoff is evaluating here. He's letting his time get a little bit low. He's still got 11 minutes. He's fine. Ooh, we got a poll coming. All right. Can choose between SWAD and WAD.
Something like wadded is nice, but like here it's going to give back Zirik, which is going to be a bummer. But yeah, I think the whole premise of the word play is to keep a very good rat leaves. If you're playing wadded, I think you might as well play sword. And
yeah, there's an interesting question in the chat from Alex Dings about whether the S is really a good tile on this board. It looks like there's no great like S hooking spots. Although I will say that just in general, the S is a nice consonant for having balanced leaves, even if you're not pluralizing stuff.
So it looks like he's going for what?
Oh, that's
for neither.
Okay. 22 points instead of, well, 24 was WAD. Not a huge difference, but the two Ds is a little clunky. All right, so Geoff with a small lead here. And it's back to Dave, who's got 2 I's and 2 R's and an X. Kind of clunky rec for himself. Meanwhile, Geoff has drawn a bingo of Dispend, which appears to not play. One candidate move here for Dave Wiegand is just XI underneath upvote making text. And if he plays that, then Dispend is coming down. So you don't want to play that if you're Dave, but you can't know that. Yeah, like if you play.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like something like Ferric here.
Ferric,
because it doesn't give away the S, and it also sets up a spot for the X. So if nothing, you're probably going to get some cheap 40-point play the next turn. That doesn't look too bad to me.
Yeah, if you draw you draw any A, E, or O, and you got X, X, or Ox. Yeah.
Yeah, Rex under Gopher is suggested, but the leaf doesn't sit quite right with me. Yeah.
Looks like Geoff is alphabetizing those letters. I'm sure he'll recognize the alphagram for Dispend.
That's a pretty safe assumption. I would agree.
He tends to see the words. Wonder what Dave's thinking about right now.
I think he's going Ferric. Yeah.
Ferric, nice play. Yeah. All right, so Ferric comes down, and now an unplayable Dispend.
Oh, interesting. So results of our first poll. Finally decided to try and do one. Glad you were participating. Looks like WAD over SWAD was the overwhelming favorite for people who are voting on that play. Cool. I'm going to do this more often. I forgot that was actually an option.
Like the polls? All right.
Until Wayben told me about it and reminded me how to do it, I forgot. We're going to try and do this more. Thank you all for participating. I will keep doing it.
A very interesting point that was brought out is keeping the X for the I below dialyzer. And that's also a very, very important thing. You could just pick many consonants and still like get something there. And if not that, then maybe a 40-point play along Ferric. So I think that's a really good move, more so because of that.
So Geoff does finally catch in that dialyzer spot, and yeah, spaded is a great play, 46 points. Quackle definitely saying you got to take that spot and score 40 plus, and Geoff does indeed do it this time. The sim actually likes spade, keeping your D a little better than spaded, but it's pretty close. They're both good plays. DIN versus IN. I guess the DIN leaves a little bit better. But nonetheless, Geoff takes the lead, and Dave Wiegand has got the second blank.
Immediate suggestion is, of course, Nix for 51 in that
Yep.
X bomb spot.
Nix looks like the pretty obvious best play here. I expect to see Dave play it pretty quickly.
We're not going to do a pull on this one.
How many seconds should Dave spend on Nix? 5 or 10? That looks like he spent about 15. All right, Nix obviously comes down and Dave retakes the lead. Little back and forth game here. 327 to 308 in Dave's favor. And looks like not a very good draw for Dave. He had HIRU blank, and he drew 2 more vowels. Geoff's got a pretty bad rack as well.
Now-nowy.
It is very now-nowy. Seeing a suggestion in the chat of Anir.
Yeah.
I guess I'm... Oh, there it is.
The
Yeah,
top,
Anir at the
yeah.
top through Clabbers. Yeah, nice.
Manuhiri if Geoff floats an N.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Manuhiri, yeah.
Nice spot.
Someone points out Pune, and I think you can extend it by adding 3 more letters or 2.
Right. That's
Uh,
right, yeah. Yeah, in fact, the best equity play here does appear to be Punani, the 7-letter spelling. Punaani. Be a great way to get rid of these 1-point tiles and score a little bit, 25. And it would also not float the N for Manuhiri, much to the sadness of Mr. Wiegand. There really aren't that many plays that float the N for Manuhiri that are actually realistically going to get played. Yeah, computer saying the 3 best plays here are Pune and Punani and Punani. So you really got to see that spot where you're going to make a significant. Oh, is chat being rambunctious? What's going on? You're giggling.
I'm going to deny that one. There we go.
I forgot you had the. Oh, okay.
That's fine. Yeah, AutoMod was pretty good on this one with the the collective terms. Yeah, Puna is fine. That is Quechua. Punani, I'm actually surprised that it is that definition because that's basically what I understood it to be.
All right, what actually got played? I missed it. You guys were talking about things.
Yeah, thank goodness we're protected from Mulata, so we can
All right,
play Punani.
and Nuria was played. All right. So an interesting points versus leave dilemma for Dave Wiegand here. His best scoring play by far is Hodge into the J at the bottom. That is 39. It's way more than any other option. But the leave of IIRU with the blank is pretty garbage, not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
So do you do that, or do you go for a more leave-heavy play, like dumping off HUI somewhere? Looks like Dave's going to want the points here.
He's going pointsies.
The good thing about that play is you're Dave Wiegand. So if you draw a hard bingo, you're going to find it because you're Dave Wiegand.
Exactly.
You don't need easy bingos. Oh, and it looks like he's drawn on my area, which is like a medium hard, but not that hard bingo for him. He'll be fine here. Meanwhile, Geoff's got more 1-point tiles he's got to play through. First, he played through it with Anuria for, what was it, 12? And now he's going to have another 24 to that.
I think he'll do quite well with Bez and Bay just by dumping EA there. That looks like something I would do, EE or EA. And yeah, I think respaded an ear. Yeah, that's also lovely.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
So he's going for row and anuria.
All right, just playing off the O and the E and hoping to draw a bingo. Understand the logic there, of course. But that is going to leave unMyrier for Dave to pounce on here. And assuming he finds that, it's going to be pretty much lights out for Geoff. I don't think he's going to come back from down over 100. Yeah, unMyrier, if found, would put Dave up by 115. Usually when Dave has a bingo, he just plays it right away. So I guess there's a slight chance he's missing it. It is a new word, so he hasn't studied it as many times as he studied the words that have been in the dictionary all along. Nah, he's finding it. He's arranging on the rack, UNM. Okay, we're good here. unMyrier is the only, it is the very clear best play, and he does indeed find it. Nice work.
Teach me how to wiggy. Teach me how to wiggy. Like pretty much at this point.
So Geoff has a bingo of Siennas, but it won't play. And the bag is empty. Dave's going to draw the last 6 tiles, EEHIQT. So Dave Wiegand will improve to 10-1. He is clear of the field by a couple of games now.
Yeah. Insanes, yes, very good. You're so close.
Just a dominant performance by Dave Wiegand throughout this tournament so far against everybody but Winter. He can beat Eldar, he can beat Geoff Thevenot twice, he can beat Conrad, but Winter is just too tough. Oh, Sannies is a word. Geez, you guys in chat are teaching me stuff. So it's Siennas and Sannies. Those are the two. All right. Anyway, none of those things play, so Geoff is just out of luck. On the bright side, he said his goal was to break 300 this time, and he did break 300.
Well done indeed.
Assuming he doesn't phony this turn, he's going to probably even break 350. Like if he plays insane, that puts his score at 355. That's pretty good.
My childhood Scrabble set instruction said good players break 300, so there we go. Yep. Yep.
I think I had the same set. It was the maroon colored cardboard box with the board in it. Yep, I remember that. So Geoff is just kind of shuffling around with his letters trying to find something, but there is just nothing to be found. Like your best plays are going to score like 24 points. It's just kind of sad. For Geoff, this is really 2 matchups in a row with Dave, including the one yesterday where he just couldn't really get very much going. He did get dialyzer for 92, and he bingoed with Metatag as well, but just a lot of difficult racks after that, and he was just kind of settling for these lower scores. Was hoping to draw a bingo, and it just never quite happened. Toussaint for 8, says Chucko. I love it. Definitely want to play Toussaint for 8. You can play Toussaints, right? Yeah, it fits. You can play Toussaints for 9.
Shoot for the moon. Why not?
Inferior endgame, Chucko. You got to play your S.
Strong.
Well, the problem with Toussaints, it gives back heat, H-E-T-E, for like 50.
Big now.
So I guess you got to play Toussaint for 8 instead of Toussaints for 9. Geoff continues to look for something fun. He plays Esme. That's fun.
I think that's probably to block the QI spot there.
Oh, smart. Yeah, just checking with Quackle right now to see what the best play is. And the best play is Pines from that P in Spaded.
Yeah, Alec pointed that out in the chat as
Oh, nice,
well.
yeah.
So nice spot.
Yeah, Pines blocking the Q and keeping ANS. But Esney also blocks the spot, so pretty similar idea there. And it's back to Mr. Bing, sorry, Dr. Bing, excuse me, who's got an obvious place to play the Q with QIN, and he's going to do that right away.
We use our titles of respect here.
Excuse me, I misspoke. It's fine, it's fine.
I think the nice thing with Esney here as well is that it allows for the Cheems and Sarah if you choose not to go.
So he like baits his opponent into giving him the spot for the Q play. That's clever. Why are we defining Rochambeau? Has that come up in the game? I missed something.
The game of rock, paper, scissors, Japanese. Cool. The more you know. How you get to that from Caillou, I'm not sure. But cool. Oh, he's just going to go up. So Caillou is Sane.
Looks
Yeah,
like
there you go.
21 points for Sane, and that appears to be the best play. Nice work. All right, so Dave Wiegand's going to get the win by a final score of 470 to 379. And as I take a quick look at the standings, that's going to bring Dave to 10-1, and it's going to drop Geoff to 8-3. And then there's going to be some other 8-3s potentially, as Webb, Eldar, and Borowski are all at 7-3. But no matter what happens, Dave is two wins and a whole bunch of spread clear of the entire field.
That's nuts.
So this is Dave's tournament to lose right now, but there is still a very, very long way to go. 20 more games.
Yep. Crazy strong showing from Dr. Bing so far. It's just like, yeah, some nice plays from Geoff here, even if it just did not go his way.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a really back and forth start with Dave getting the apt bingo of Clabbers for 86, and then Geoff answering right away with Dialyzer for 92. It was very close out of the gate, but just scoring never stopped for Dave Wiegand.
Indeed.
The big X play, the big J play, and then Unmyrier as the dagger to finish it off. So just a really complete game from start to finish for Dave, scoring 470 and getting the win.
Lewis comments that Ferric was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an excellent play. I agree.